Hi everyone, welcome back to BC Lab Blog, or if you're new, welcome. So in my first post, I mentioned that one of the goals of BC Lab Blog is to illuminate the everyday ethical and moral dilemmas that arise in our field. And while I've touched on these dilemmas through my previous posts, I've yet to mention them explicitly. And so I'd like to do that now. An ongoing debate that we've had at BC Lab over this summer is about protecting client confidentiality and the best way to do so. The context that came up in was this blog. I wanted to create BC Lab Blog to help students who are interested in working here understand what it's like to work here, and to do so adequately I thought it was important to talk about my experience with clients, because that's most of what I do. And so far I've steered clear of client stories as the supervisors and I have talked about whether it was doable. And we've concluded that it is possible, and so I'm going to start telling you about one of my clients next week. I think it's important to mention that this is kind of a big deal. There are so many ethical considerations that have gone into this decision that fall in two main categories. The first and foremost is client confidentiality and protecting that, and also criticisms for me for doing this. There have been a couple of local investigations, ethics investigations into attorneys that have divulged client confidences in public forums. And we don't want to end up in that arena at all, even close to it. And I've researched other law clinics, and I haven't been able to find a blog at all, never mind a blog that talks about client experiences. So this is really a new area, and we're testing new waters. And testing new waters in the legal industry can be risky business, so we've had extensive conversations of how to do it the right way, how to do it properly and in accordance with ethical guidelines, and we've come up with a bunch of safeguards to protect the clients. For example, all names in the following posts will be sanitized, and as a further precaution, each and every post will have been read and approved by the client, so they will have had a chance to go over it. And we've come up with what we think is a great compromise, taking into all ethical considerations and protecting the client and protecting us. And so it's really exciting, and I'm going to start posting about my first client. Her name is Sarah, next week. And so we've spent our summers on this project for you, and I really hope that you enjoy it and that you'll check out the first post about Sarah next week. Thank you.